Hello chess lovers, let's have a look at a game played by Mikhail Tal and Florencio Campomanes. The game was played in 1960. For those who do not know who is Campomanes, later he became the president of FIDE, to which post he was elected in 1982 and held until 1995. Let's see how this game went on. Mikhail Tal started with e4, c6 by black, Caro-Kann defense, d4, d5, knight c3. Usually in this position black is taking on e4, but we see a rare move by black, knight f6, e5, knight d7, and a little pawn sacrifice by Mikhail Tal, e6. Black recaptured on e6. The idea of sacrificing the pawn is just have a look at black pieces. Black pieces look very paralyzed. Bishop d3, knight f6, knight f3, g6, and h4. It's very difficult to stop Mikhail Tal's h-pawn. Seems like he's going for an immediate attack. c5, black is trying to open up some space in order to develop his pieces. D takes c5, knight c6, queen e2, not allowing any e5 move. Bishop g7, bishop d2, queen c7, and castling queenside. A better move, well, tactically a very sharp move, is knight g5 in this position. And if black plays, for example, e5, then here white can sacrifice his knight on h7. If knight takes h7, then bishop takes g6 check, king f8, and now knight takes d5. This variation, of course, would have been in Mikhail Tal's style, but he went for this quiet move, castling queenside, e5 by black, and bishop g5, allowing black to play this e4 move. But black didn't went for this variation. Instead, black played bishop e6. But let's have a look what will happen if you play e4. Probably Mikhail Tal was planning to play knight takes d5. If knight takes d5, then bishop takes e4, knight f6, bishop takes c6 check, b takes c6, rook e1. But though of course choosing this variation would have been good for black, black has an advantage. Black has a bishop against two pawns. Though of course white has great attacking chances. But let's go back. After bishop g5 we didn't see this e4 move in the game. Instead black played bishop e6. Now comes knight b5, queen b8, h5, g takes h5, and knight d4. Well, if you capture on d4, your bishop on e6 is hanging. Bishop g4 f3 and e4, sharpening the game. Let's have a look at this variation. What if black takes on d4? Here white can recapture on g4, knight e4, bishop takes e4, d takes e4. And here is a very strong move in this position, rook f1, not allowing black to castle kingside. If e3, then queen c4, eyeing on this f7 square. And if you play a move like, for example, e2, here white has this very beautiful knight d6 check, and of course if you recapture, white can checkmate on f7. This variation looks very beautiful, that's why I decided to show it. But let's go back to the game. We see after f3, e4 by black, now comes f takes g4, knight takes d4, knight takes d4, e takes d3, rook takes d3, knight e4, knight f5. Look at this black king stuck in the center of the board. Of course, this is just a dream position for Mikhail Tal. A great chance to attack. Queen e5, and now knight takes g7 check, queen takes g7. And can you find Mikhail Tal's next move? Ready? Well, he just captured on d5, sacrificing the bishop on g5. Now comes this queen b5 check, king f7, rook f1 check, king g6, queen d3 check, king h6. Look at this black king. and rook h1, and in this position Campomanes resigned because black has to give up his queen. For example, if queen g6 in order to protect this pawn on h5, white can simply take on h5, queen takes h5, g takes h5, and this is a winning position for white. Your comments and questions please, and thanks for watching. Good luck.